The Digitone 2 1.10 update is here, and with it comes a whole bunch of new features like chord modes, kit preview, some arpeggiator updates, and more. So let's check it out. First up is the new chord modes. The chord modes provide many ways of entering in chords, exploring them, and also playing live in a fun way. Additionally, combining it with the arpeggiator opens up a ton of new possibilities. So in the keyboard setup page, the mode will determine how our trig keys play our selected tracks presets. In normal mode, a piano keyboard is shown to us on the trig keys. We have our white keys and our black keys. The folded mode will fold our keyboard, only showing notes in the selected scale. Chord root lets you choose your root note, scale, and the type of chord that will be played. And when a scale outside of chromatic is chosen, diatonic chords within that scale will then be created, and our type parameter sets the shape of our chord, meaning what notes in this chord will be used, for example, a 1-4-5 type chord. We can also use the top row of the trig keys to quickly change between the available shapes, helping us perform our chords within the selected scale. Chord center works just like chord root with one added item, a center position indicated by that little arrow. The center position determines what note the other notes should be centered around, which is similar to how a musician would play different chords, basically keeping the hand in the same position while inverting the chords to stay as close to the center as possible. To adjust the center position, hold down the keyboard button and use the plus or minus keys. If the plus and minus keys are pressed on their own, the center position will be automatically moved to correspond to the next inversion of the chord. Chord spread is just like chord center, except that every other note is transposed up one octave, meaning a more spread out chord. Lastly is chord memory. This lets you store up to 16 manually played chords. Say we like this chord that we made using the chord spread mode. Pressing function plus yes from any keyboard mode will open the chord memory learn feature. Whatever notes are played are recorded. This also includes notes coming from an external MIDI keyboard. Once the notes are in, press yes and this will save it to one of the 16 slots. To play our saved chords, we'll go to the chord memory mode and use the trig keys to play them. And these chord memories can be created from regular trigs in grid record mode by holding down the trig and pressing the keyboard button. Taking a look at Digitone 2's arpeggiator page, we've added more speeds and changed the way that they are displayed to better represent the rhythmic values. On top of this, once you've dialed in your arp, you can rotate the arp sequence by holding function and using the left and right arrow keys. The arp also works with the different chord modes we discussed earlier. Kit Preview on Digitone 2 lets you highlight a kit and press the trigs to preview what the sounds in that kit will be before you even commit to that kit. Now let's talk about some features that were added to both Digitone 2 and Digitac 2. In the personalized menu, there are a bunch of additions, one being an overdub option for the live recording mode. This allows notes to be recorded on top of existing trigs instead of overwriting them. So when you have a long sequence of chords that you like and you want to live record a melody on top, you'll be good to go. Another big feature that's a favorite of mine is track swap. With track swap, I can choose any two tracks together with all their settings, presets, and sequencer data and make them change places with each other. This helps when organizing tracks to perform live or to keep things tidy while you're making music. First, hold down Function and hit Filter to go to your track setup. Scroll down to find Track Swap, and here all you need to do is press and hold the two tracks trig keys until the bar fills and says Swapped. Another new feature is the ability to add parameter locks to all active trigs on a track's sequence, either by page or the track as a whole. And to do this, you hold down a trig plus page or a trig plus track, and then edit the parameter you want to add to all active steps. Now there's a ton more to explore with the Digitone 2 1.10 update, and to see the whole list, check out elektron.se or use the link down in the description below. See you in the next one. Until then, peace.